Hello, everybody. After a hour-long plus intervention of me trying to figure out how OBS works, we have finally started with episode 1 of the Workshop Weekly Cast. My name is Soka Tiakos.
I have nothing to do with that name, contrary to popular belief.
That is true. I actually, Ambi's lawyers actually hit me up prior to this for a copyright infringement, and I simply came to the defense that I am very lazy with naming and I could not come up with anything better. But, I am Soka Tiakos.
Only $14,000 in legal fees.
I'll get to it. I will get to it eventually. I am your friendly neighborhood host, Soka, and with me I have my two co-hosts, V-Force.
Okay, chat. I'm Gamefeel.
He's Gamefeel. And Ambi.
I don't have anything funny to say.
Unfortunate. But,
I had something, like, 20 minutes ago, but I lost it.
That is very fair. We were supposed to start this, for those watching, we were supposed to start this around, don't want to say like, close to an hour ago. Yeah, close to an hour ago. Instead, that last hour was me, trying to figure out how OBS works and, denying reality, combined with V-Force mentioning 1984 by George Orwell. So.
It's awesome. Only in Ohio.
We are going to...
This guy doesn't use headphones usually, and that was the problem.
Yeah, that's the issue. I had my sound bar, and because OBS doesn't block out Discord audio like Discord does, I was hearing double, so that was great. But yeah, no, we're here now, and this podcast is going to be something pretty simple. It's just going to be a weekly to bi-weekly cast where we go over releases, patches, tourneys, and the main bulk of the podcast, which will be coming in later episodes, interviewing devs and players, which I think that's going to be particularly a really interesting part of the cast. But, with that said, I think we can get into, first we're going to be talking about a couple of character releases that we had pre-planned. The list for today is Wii Fit Trainer, Umbrella, Leia, Roland, and Noodles. So I think we've been talking a lot about Wii Fit before this started, so let's start with Wii Fit Trainer.
We were talking about Wii Fit, and we were also talking about Umbrella a lot when you were deafened.
They
had a bit to go.
We'll go one into the other.
Yeah. But, starting off, the first one we can talk about is Wii Fit Trainer. So this is Wii Fit Trainer by Dimp, and I don't think anyone else.
Are we gonna have, like, any footage on screen at all, or is it just gonna be...
No, this is mostly an audio thing.
Okay.
I could put footage on the screen in, like, following episodes, but I think for now it's best to just, like...
I don't know, I think there's a pretty empty square to my right that could use some Subway Surfers. That's all I'm saying.
Use some Subway Surfers. I can load up Rivals right now, just to have some stuff going on in the background. Normally that's going to be for the fourth guest, but for now it's pretty empty. But I agree. This podcast needs some Subway Surfers.
Alright, so let's get started with talking about the character. I think this character is actually pretty interesting because I did not play Wii Fit Trainer in Smash, like, ever. Alright, I played Duck Hunt in Smash 4, and that was kind of it. So I don't have experience with the character.
I know vaguely about Wii Fit Trainer because I did play ult. I attended ult tournaments a bit before I got into Workshop, and I mean, I'm from New York, and so I at least know a bit because of John Numbers. And honestly, with actually, there was also a point where I did try to play the character for a bit, because I was just like, this character's really broken, and no one is acting like they are.
Because their moveset's kind of unorthodox, so doesn't get as many players.
They have really wonky hitboxes in ult, which kind of affects their neutral.
Alright, getting into the rivals. Oh, alright, cool. So getting into the rivals, Wii Fit Trainer. First thing that comes to mind is I really like how they've integrated the deep breath, like, inner focus move. I think that being the core of their kit is really cool. So for those who have not played the character yet, when you use down special, it does the inner focus, just like Wii Fit Trainer in Smash. When you get the effect off, it makes you. I think it makes you faster. I may be incorrect about that.
Makes you faster, makes you a lot more damage, a lot more knockback. There's like multiple clips of people down being as Wii Fit trainer and then hitting like 3 moves and then having the opponent die at like 90%.
Yeah. It also gives them down special becomes like a pseudo magic burst looking thing, a lot smaller in size, but still it's a multi-hit, has a launch at the end. All of your other moves get stronger for 1 hit. There's a cooldown afterwards, so if you use it up, then and you have to wait a bit before you can do it again. And lastly, it does make it so that end special is fully charged if you use it, which is pretty helpful for the extra surprise. Notably, it also does give you air strongs as well, with Wii Fit Trainer getting on the like Wii board, which I don't remember the name of.
The Wii Balance board.
Wii Balance board.
Yeah, there we go.
That's actually personally probably my favorite part about this character. I think it's a really cool way to implement air strongs into a... I cannot tam this for the life of my life for me. They feel really good to use, which I appreciate.
Yeah. It's definitely both from a visual side. I think the visual side works really well for the character. I think, like, if we compare this to other characters with air strongs like this, Kiku just has, like, dust visual effects. This feels a lot more, like, logical for the character to just have this. I also think it's a really nice reward to have for the inner focus effect, because just having the end special be fully charged and having your stats raised doesn't really have as much of an impact. This feels like the kind of thing that feels like you're getting a real strong option off of it. I will say that because you lose it after 1 hit, you can't really do this like a combo into the attack.
Well, no, you don't lose it after 1 hit. You lose the after 1 strong, but after you can hit multiple times with the deep breathing stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that definitely gives it a lot more utility.
Yeah, I'm just messing around with it right now myself personally, and it's wow, the down B enhanced version does 24.
Wow,
really?
Okay.
Yeah,
yes, it does. Jeez.
It does 24 right now, and if it kills you, it's gonna galaxy you twice. So that's fun.
Kind of crazy. Other stuff with this character, I think F special is cool. I will say that it doesn't have parry stun, so it's very spammable. Like, you can kind of just throw this out, and your opponent really doesn't get any reward, especially with how easy it is to manipulate where it goes and lands. It just makes it a strong option. I think it's actually better than End Special, because End Special at least has parry stun, so like you're getting a bit more off of it. And then Up Special, as far as I know, this is the second character on Workshop to have a mashing up special like this behind Albania Ball. So that's kind of cool to see another one. This character's air movement in the up special is also a little crazy, so you can kind of just like you get back to stage basically from bottom platform. You don't even need to double jump. You can just like that plus your air dodge is enough usually from complete bottom of the depths. Other than that, the character's got mostly standard stuff. Obviously, there is the fact that it's Wii Fit Trainer, so a lot of their hitboxes are interesting. Like, forward air has the spike on the back. F tilt has the up and forward hits.
There's some certain things with Wii Fit Trainer's hitboxes that are a bit wonky. Like, for one, a lot of them are a lot bigger than their visuals. I feel like the character a bit of shrink wrapping. Like the front hitbox on up air especially, it's like, whoa.
I agree. That is a lot more than you expect.
As well as back air. Back air is Blue Mind Mage hitting you with their mind powers.
We saw before, but like back air especially, it goes so far past your like character's like center of gravity that it is a fantastic edge guarding point because there's not much you could do against it because they could just like press back air. I should probably be doing this against someone that's not Crag, but
it kind of reminds me of I remember when I was playing Springo and their Springo's like back air and forward air have this thing where they're really, really long lasting on a character with pretty like. This character doesn't have as good of air movement, but it feels a lot similar with this move being throws out in front of you, you mash it into itself, you can hit fall it, has an absurdly long lingering time. It has much larger hitbox than the visuals. It really does become very centralizing in the kit.
Also, back air has very low landing lag as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another thing.
It also has It also has no late hit, which I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Wii Fit back air.
Yeah, I
It
would assume.
does. I think I could be wrong about that though. The big thing with Wii Fit Trainer's hitboxes that really stand out to me, as kind of like is the first hit of Nair not having any knockback growth at all, like flat 0.
I'm pulling up their code right now.
It does look really funny when you put the opponent in 9-9 and they just won't do anything if you hit them with the first hit.
Usually the only things that have like 0 knockback growth in this game are like the multi-hits of Eliana Steam, I think the Olympia Crystal shot, I think.
Olympia Crystal, Raster, and or is it F special? God, I don't play base guys. This is unfortunate. F special.
Slipstream is F special. I play Raspin.
Okay. And then I think Malo Bomb. The multi hits on the.
No, not the multi hits. When the.
Oh yeah, when you hit the player, but it's not the explosion. Yeah.
Yeah, the actual. Yeah, that.
All of those also have. I had a talk with Seer in comp discussion a couple of days ago about this because I was looking at it, and it's all these have what's it called, the force flinch or whatever to make you
yeah, this is knocked down. This one we were talking about Bajra, right?
Yeah, it was.
We should do a Bajra episode in the future.
These ones, yeah, that could be worthwhile.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm playing a ton of Bajra recently.
I assume so.
Right.
Yeah.
I got the code pulled up for Wii Fit Trainer. So back air, and you can get this in Uno phone, but I prefer to look in the code. Yeah, 5 landing lag. Comes out on frame 8. It's active for 10. Yeah, this actually does remind me a lot of Springo's forward and back air.
Active for 10 frames.
Yep. Yeah.
Holy.
I think Springo's is 11.
Because back air is funny. It doesn't have a traditional late hit. The hitbox just stays for 2 animation frames, so it's just incredibly active and a very good landing option as well because you can kind of just fast fall with it, and you're not. It's going to be active for the entire time you're falling down.
I'm very curious about Fair, the back hit.
There's also this thing with Wii Fit Trainer in general, and I'm not sure if this is just a thing with a lot of DIMP characters or not. Their active frames, like their smear frames, are just on screen for a lot longer than most other characters. It feels like.
Yeah. I do
And by
agree.
extension, a lot of their kit is really active, and feels kind of like, what's the word?
The smears have very funky dissipation.
Yeah, that's an animation thing. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the sphere frames just being on screen and like you're in your move for a lot longer. It feels like kind of weird for the most part.
I get you. I think it's also a thing on Ray, especially it's like I think it's forward air. I think it is where it's just like active for a very long time.
Is Ray the squirrel from Sonic?
Yes.
Okay, so that's about it.
Yeah. I think overall this character is pretty cool. I think they're one of my favorite DIMP characters so far. I really like some of their options. It is definitely a thing of some of their hitboxes just need to be shrink wrapped to match the visuals and have less active time. Really, that's the biggest thing. I think.
Then the knockback growth thing on.
Nair.
Nair. And I feel like something should probably be done about down B. Oh, also the down air spike being 10 base knockback.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 10 is a little egregious.
Hello, Mr. Sand.
I remember when you killed me with that earlier, Soka.
Mr. Sandberg.
Hello, Mr. Sandberg.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Sandberg. Nice to meet you.
But yeah, other than that, I think this is a really solid character.
Yeah,
I've been did a good job with this.
I've been pretty critical of most of DIMP Sonic characters. I wasn't the biggest fan of Amy, and I thought Ray was a little bit strange, but I do think that this is a really solid improvement, and I think that this is very easily my favorite DIMP character so far.
Yeah,
it cooks for sure. It's just still a bit of there's just a bit of fixing. A bit of touching up to do.
Good.
Hopefully, we'll go through and do some more changes.
Also, I think the idle hurt box needs
Oh, I don't know why is it that color? Does it have like?
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it just being paper thin. You saw the Kiku.
Yeah.
You saw the Kiku clip.
Wait, she has a crouch. Wait, she's like, oh my god, look at this crawl.
Yeah. No, she has that in Smash.
I know, but it looks so weird. It looks so weird.
Oh yeah, there's also the fact that down tilt's very strange. Remember, down tilt's a kill move, and it's not here at all. It's like this, like weird, like laggy sort of.
It kind of sends out in a way where it's not the easy. It's like easy to combo off of at low percents, but anything higher. Also, if they DI out, like you're just not getting anything off of that.
Speaking of their tilts, up tilts really.
Oh yeah,
up tilt is so laggy.
Yeah, it feels like it should be a lot quicker because like
up tilt needs to be like a lot faster to be useful at all, and also it probably just needs to send higher because what?
Yeah,
it's especially weird because like it feels like one of those moves where you want to like your mental mapping of how quickly a move should come out in Rivals makes you jump a lot earlier than you're actually active for, so it actually ignores the buffer frames usually. So like I'll be spamming jump and then go for like a neutral air afterwards, but because that move is in so much end lag, it just doesn't, like the buffer window isn't there for jump yet. It's just one of those things that screws my muscle memory a bit.
I think you're about to do it. All right, is there anything else we want to bring up for Wii Fit?
Hold on, let me actually check something on this character real fast.
All right.
I want to check to make sure they have proper whiff lag. Because I just have,
yeah, they do. Okay, I'm looking in the code right now. They all player moves have whiff lag.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I just needed to check. I had a gut feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Let's see.
I think that's most of Wii Fit. Overall, cool character. Just could use some improvements. I'm excited to see if the next Dimp character. I think it's Marnie from Sonic. I want to say Marini. I don't know.
I don't know any Sonic characters. Unfortunately,
I never played Sonic Rush. I have no idea how to pronounce her name. Or Rush Adventure is the game. But I think next we can move on to
because that was who we were talking.
Yeah, we can move on to Brella.
Me and I were talking about Brella, so we can do this.
Yeah. Funny thing for the audience at home. Originally, To End was supposed to be on this episode, and I had to put on Brella because I know he really liked Brella, but To End is no longer here. So
To End is no longer with us.
To End unfortunately died in an EP accident. It was very sad. But Brella.
Yeah, this character actually is really cool.
They're really cool, but also, holy mechanical overload.
It's true.
Holy mechanical overload, Batman.
They have, they have a pretty, like, in-depth gimmick. Like, there's a lot that can be done at Puddle. You get your enhanced end special out of it. You get your enhanced, interactions with multiple of your normals with, Puddle, and then you also have like your multiple things with down air that you do out of it and things like that. And then which is already like a little bit not like nothing too crazy, but then they have all of Mario Odyssey's movement as well.
Yeah.
Very Mario.
It's like it's just a lot.
Like I was talking, and also basically all their stuff is cancelable into stuff. I said this earlier. With Brella, you can do down special, cancel it into down air, then cancel down air into F special, then cancel F special into jump, then cancel that into up special, and then cancel that up special into air dodge, and then up special again.
I lost you like 3 moves ago, but like that sounds a little bit funny.
It down B down air, forward special air dodge, up special. Oh no, it's jump. Up special, air dodge, up special, and you can just do all of that. Like the kit just allows for all that to happen.
Yeah, I do think that the big thing is like I really enjoy their down air, and I really enjoy a lot of their other options. Like I think that all the interactions that Puddle has, not all of them feel that impactful. Like down tilt especially is one where it's like I didn't even realize that was a thing until I started looking in the code. That it slides you a bit. But like they all feel like they have at least some utility, and so there's definitely a through line with the kit. It's just how, like you said, how much stuff you have to think about when you're playing them. That frankly, picking them up and playing them, you're not going to be playing them optimally for a long while because of how much stuff you got to practice. Like they have triple jumps.
I also think that probably the biggest issue I have personally is what's it called? The down air.
Down air is crazy. I feel like
it is.
Down air should not spike throughout the entirety of it. I feel like it should only spike for the first like 4 frames of the ground pound.
Yeah.
I think the biggest issue with down air for me is the fact that you can bounce on whiff. I think bouncing on whiff is like what reason do I have to do anything other than this?
It's true, yeah. There's no reason to move any other way because it's better than your jump every single time.
Do you know the options you could do out of down air?
Yeah, so you can F special out of it. You can. That's during the startup. When you land on an opponent, you get popped up. If you land on the stage, if you just land on the stage and there's no puddle, if you are holding down jump, you'll do a super jump. If you hold down attack, you will do a roll forward like Mario Odyssey. The jump doesn't have any hitboxes on it. The roll has hitboxes, but they're kind of inconsistently placed, so a lot of the times it won't do anything.
Hold on.
Don't.
Soka.
What's up?
For anything else, can you do something for me real fast?
Yes.
Yeah, go all the way to the right side of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
That's the left. All the way to the right. Yep. Now I want you to, towards Zetterburn, I want you to hit F special, and then when you hit the ground, I want you to hit F special again.
Oh, yeah.
No, when you hit the ground.
Yeah.
That has a hitbox.
Lamau.
It's just danceable into itself on the ground. I think it's Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, this character's like really cool.
Code they say that.
Yeah, it's
the
like
character...
every Mario game thrown together, and then. Yeah.
I think the character is really cool from a technical angle. Like, there's a lot of really impressive...
no, for sure.
Yeah. It just kind of feels like there's.
You would play.
It just kind of feels like there's a little bit too much there when having a little bit less and focusing a little bit more on like making those mechanics central would help out a lot.
Yeah.
I also notice myself very frequently accidentally triple jumping, which is very much a flow breaker for me. Because I'm someone who likes to jump around a lot in neutral, and whenever I do,
I also feel like a lot of, because this character has so many different movement options, I feel like they could benefit from a few things like not really having hitboxes on them. Like I feel like their dive probably shouldn't have one. I feel like their puddle slide could go without one, to be honest with you. Like the F special off of puddle.
Yeah, that also goes full screen, by the way. The F special puddle.
Yeah, or until you want to not.
The thing, though, I will say is that move is triggered by multiple different options. Like, you can trigger the slide with down air as well, not just F special.
Yeah.
So it is a little bit weird when you change that. It affects multiple options. So I don't really know, like, how that would affect the rest of the kit. That said, down air does kind of nerf, so...
Yeah. Oh, also, this is all ignoring the fact that they have a Natsumi Bear.
Yeah. Is it as strong?
No, it's so much smaller, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is so much smaller than Natsumi Bear. Also, just another thing with this character. Wait, actually, oh my god, I lost it. It's gone. Never mind.
Yeah.
GG.
I will say, this hasn't really been brought up yet because we're focused on the movement. I appreciate that their like sortie type options have a fair bit more readability. Like, their forward air especially, that move is very clearly telegraphed when it very easily could have been just not. We will see that a little bit later with a different character, I think. So after looking at the other characters we've got here today, I really appreciate that GBA put in that extra, like, to make it so that these feel a lot more reasonable to deal with.
I agree.
I
remember what I was going to say now.
What's up, Bambi?
It was going to be that they also have the Trencher GBA Fireball of...
Oh, yeah.
It just hits you 500 times.
Yeah.
And you kind of get a free starter off of it because it's just a multi-hit projectile for some reason.
I've never been a fan of the GBA style Fireball of, like, bouncing on the stage like that. I will, like...
I think bouncing on the stage is fine. I just feel like it should probably go away when it hits an opponent.
Yeah. I think this character is also weird for me a little bit because they have the tornado off of down air, and then they have the big bubble off of end special, where if you hit the puddle with either of these options, you can spawn in a like a multi-hitting projectile. And I think that the end special one is incredibly easy to do. You can not only can you just all you have to do is stand on puddle and end special to spawn the big bubble. You can also jump as you start the move, and then that lets you spawn the big bubble up in the air, and it'll fall down for the extra bit of like situational reading if they're going to do a parry, because then the bubble will come down a little bit later. But even then, it doesn't matter because the bubble doesn't have parry stun, and it's a multi-hit. So if you get hit by this thing, you're screwed because it's a multi-hit. You parry it, you get nothing, which just feels pretty tough. But then you go and you look at the tornado, which should functionally be like the same thing. Like Soka, I don't know if you can spawn the tornado right now.
Do the down air jump off the puddle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even know you can do that.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, that's a recurring theme. That's a recurring theme with this character.
It's the thing about the tornado is that it's weird that it's actually a lot worse than the one you get off of End Special, because one, its hitbox is much smaller. Two, it has extended parry stun, unlike the other one. And three, it moves slower, and you can only spawn it on the ground. So there's no like mix-up of jumping out of the End Special to get it to spawn up in the air. This thing is incredibly predictable once spawned. It's just a worse version of the bubble. And for me, like, one, as was already made clear here, people just didn't notice this, right? Like, I only found it by accident because I was jumping around with the down air for so long. It's really weird to find this as a player. And then when you get to using it, it doesn't really have that much utility in their kit. The only time you think you could use it is if you're trying to fall on an opponent and then you get the multi-hit so you can get some kind of finisher. But that doesn't really work because if the opponent is standing on the puddle, then you'll hit the opponent's head and not the puddle, which means you'll basically not ever be getting the multi-hit from that. It's kind of just like a really bad option that exists for some reason. And in a lot of ways, I feel like that's the epitome of what this character's core problems are. They feel really fun to play and have lots of cool options, but they also just kind of have a lot of filler in there that I feel like if you cut that away, it'd make the experience a lot cleaner.
Yeah, I'd probably ultimately agree. I think that this character will just benefit from being more streamlined.
Mm-hmm. Do we have anything else to bring up?
This is a bit of a tangential thing, but I really like the VFX chosen for Up Air. It looks really pretty when you Galaxy.
Oh yeah, it's true.
it looks really good visuals. No, I think this character looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm. The sound design for me is something that like I'm not used to hearing the Mario sound effects on any characters. Like that was when I heard that on the Up Air, I kept thinking that was the triple jump sound. So like, yeah, but I know that's just a thing where it's not my experience. So
yeah.
Plus, it's only the sound effects. But yeah, other than that, like we kind of brought everything up, right?
Yeah, no. I like Dash Tech. That it's again tangential.
Yeah.
Really love Dash Tech.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I say this is overall like a really good character. I like Brawler quite a bit.
Yeah.
I just wish they were a little bit more streamlined. All right, Jetty, you're about to be defamed live on air.
Yeah. So Noodles is.
You mind if I? So.
Oh, go ahead. I'll leave you to it.
All right. So my major issue with Noodles is that this character. I don't know if people are going to be watching that. Obviously, it's like a podcast, so you don't really expect people to be watching. But like, the animations are pretty straightforward for a sortie. They make sense. If anything, it's like, oh, okay, they might have tippers. It like makes sense, right? That you see the animations, they're visually conveying that the smear is probably where the strongest part of the sword is. Nope, this character has Roy hilt.
Yeah, kind of funny.
And how would you know that? By exclusively playing them or looking at them for the first time? You wouldn't. I actually played a full game against this character, and I couldn't even notice that they had hilt.
You notice it when you get hit by down air. It's about the only time I can think of.
Or forward air.
Down air. Turn on the hurt boxes for this and do down air. This move is very goofy. The spike is there.
Incredibly goofy.
I actually think that's a cool concept. It's just you can't really tell like at all.
Okay. Hold on. Right now with down air, I'm in training mode right now.
Mm-hmm.
I am actively trying to hit this sour spot.
It's hard, yeah. It's it probably doesn't have priority.
Yeah,
It
no.
Yeah.
The sweet spot has very
goofy.
high priority over.
It's basically a forward air. Like, unironically, this is basically just a forward air for their kit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
no,
like,
and they already have Roy forward air, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But like the issue with it is like it's Roy forward air, but it's drawn like Marth Fair. So it's like, how do you get conveyed that there's a hilt?
If it had like a lighter blue on the tip or something like that to indicate that the base is stronger, because it's like the darker it is, the more like strength it has or something like that, I feel like it could work. As it stands, in most moves, I feel like it's not that obtrusive when you're fighting against the character. There's just a couple that really do kind of feel like, wow, this is sure a thing, like mostly down air. That said, this is an Echo fighter. So like, I don't know, Ambi, have you played Dice?
No.
Okay, so, Soka, could you go to Dice for a second?
And I'm just judging Noodles for what Noodles is, and that's it.
Yeah.
Dice is. I think Dice is honestly a better character. Like, I think Dice is a lot
I do
cooler.
agree. Dice's mechanic is that they have the dice you spawn, and then you can hit them around, and then you do down special to cause them to blow up based on what the number that's on them is. And so I've seen not a lot of people play them. I think Bendy has played them. I've played them a little bit, and then obviously Jetty plays them. It's like Jetty's one of the characters they play the most. The big thing with this character is that they do not have like they have even blade, like it's same all across.
Okay,
and
like
then yeah.
Wait, so how is this character a Dice Echo when they have when none of their moves are the same as Dice?
So actually, the thing about it is that what Jetty wanted to do when making them is that Noodles is Dice, but with consistency on the thing they spawn. It just blows up. It's not random. It doesn't multiply. It doesn't do anything like that. And then they have their sortie options are kind of similar. Like, I'm pretty sure they have the same like down strong and different things like that. And then
their only moves that really look the same are Dare, but like forward air is different, back air is different, and air is different. Up air is very different.
Yeah, the up air is pretty cool on this character.
Up air is cool. I don't really know why it's angled, but I get like, hey, that makes it. It adds personality, so I'm down for it.
This character has that and down strong. Down strong is a really interesting option on them. If you go back to Noodles, I'm curious if they kept the thing where it like launches backwards, because that was one of the most defining features of this character when you're fighting them, is that you have to do the knowledge check of that launches back, so they can kind of pull it out of them for the jump scare. Dice, comparatively, like you saw there, one, random options on the projectile thing they spawn. You've got even blade, and then you have I think their movement speed might be different and stats like that. Like, this is supposed to be, I guess, the Roy to the is it Martha Lucina that has even blade? I always mix it up.
Lucina has even blade.
You know, Martha's tipper.
Yeah. And you are right. A lot of their options just don't feel the same. Like is down strong the thing?
No.
No, it's not.
Down strong's like a Poe and Gumbo.
Okay. Interesting.
I
mean,
they have the same up tilt.
If I could say something nice, though, it gets the participation award where you have a hittable ball projectile that is better functioning than King Cole.
Real. Hurt boxes. This is something I specifically wanted to mention to Jetty. So when you make moves like this, now you got to hit the ball. You just spawn it and hit it. When you make moves like this, you want to make sure that you don't hit it at the opponent. Just hit it away, because they're not going to be able to see it. So you'll notice that the hurtbox, or the hitbox rather, trails behind like that. The reason that's happening is because in order to make it line up perfectly, you have to add the horizontal and vertical speed to the position you're forcing the hurtbox to be, because the particle will move after you teleport the hurtbox to be overlapping with its X and Y position. So, like, I've made like 800 things like this, so from a coding standpoint, I just have experience with this. That's why the ball like lingers behind, which can definitely cause some serious problems of readability for opponents, because that's enough distance that you could input a parry kind of early, and it'd be the decision of whether or not you hit the move or not. So, yeah.
No, I agree. I will say, I do think that this is probably one of the better animated Jetty characters. I'd still probably
totally
prefer
agree.
Dice. I probably still prefer Dice.
I super agree. Like this up air just is really good. I like this up air a lot.
Yeah.
Off smash is really nice. There's a lot of well animated stuff on this character for sure.
I know that Jetty took a lot longer working on this character. Like I'd seen the posts from them. They've been working on this character in between other ones they've released, I think.
Yeah, I remember before I sent Jetty to the evil dimension and made him work on Girlfriend. I think this is going to be his next character.
Yeah, like I think that they're a solid character. Like as Jetty characters go, I think they're one of the best ones. Like just design wise and visually.
Yeah.
The big thing is I think that they fail as an Echo Fighter because their kit is too different from the source.
That's not a bad thing innately.
No, you're right.
I feel like you could have just advertised it as a new. I feel like you could have advertised it as a new character though. Like it feels weird to be like, this is an Echo Fighter, and the Echo Fighter is so like distinct from the original.
I mean, who cares?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Fair enough.
I think I'm probably the only one who'd really notice because I keep track of Jetty stuff a lot more than most people. But yeah, so other than that, Noodles, I think that the character is just kind of a sortie. And the ball.
There are some hitboxes on the character that I feel don't need to be like. I feel like this late hit on back air isn't really all too necessary. I mean, back air's already like a pretty good button by the feel of things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't really need the late hit. But honestly, like, it could. I've seen more egregious late hits.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Yeah, it's just, you know how I am. You know how I am with sword characters.
Yes, you are.
F special. I think this was brought up when we were talking earlier.
It feels
what does this do for the kit?
Yeah, it feels just like a filler move, and the fact that it stops all your momentum makes it feel really rough.
Yeah. I don't know what it's referencing with how it functions. And then additionally, there's the aspect of it does not appear to be a combo tool or a kill option. So it really just becomes a question of what are you doing with this?
Yeah, pretty much.
And I don't really know what you would put in its place. I mean,
I feel like if it was just a dash that didn't halt your momentum or had kill power. If this had kill power, I feel like it would be a viable part of their kit because of how much of an area it covers. I don't know if you agree with that.
I mean, it feels pretty. I mean, I haven't played this character against people, but from messing around with it in training, it feels like pretty safe to just kind of throw out towards someone like off stage or something, and then if it doesn't, you just go back, retreat with like a nair back to stage or something, and just sort of just throw it out to cover like an option or two.
Yeah.
Like I definitely see the use of a move like this in this kit for sure.
I wonder if it has an effect if you hit the like pool ball with it.
Let me try.
No,
it just does the same thing that every other attack does. It does set at a pretty valuable angle though. Like it's a decently valuable move for like what it does.
Special also hits like behind you, like pretty
a
far
lot.
behind you.
To be fair, the hitbox is a lot bigger in the front than I thought it was, so you could throw that out from like decently far away.
Yeah, no.
Has anyone tried landing the snap hitbox?
The what?
The snap hitbox on down special?
Like, you're never going to land that, but like...
This is... It's such a goofy option, though. And I will say, it actually is a bit more common than you'd think. I've fought Dice enough now that I know that sometimes you'll just kind of hit it at random because you're using this a lot to pop the option. Do they have anything else? Can they grab onto the ball with up special like Dice can't? No, they cannot. Huh.
Yeah, a little more
I mean,
functionality.
Their out special is just generally pretty good by the.
Yeah.
It's it's like Blazer, but it kills.
Mm-hmm.
It kills.
Oh, does it kill?
Or at least it sends upwards, meaning if it sends up, you'll usually find a way to kill with it. Especially.
I mean, yeah, if you carry them up to the top.
Especially with a character with this up air.
Oh no, that up B is killing. That up B is killing easy.
Yeah. I'm on Jules Veil with Zetterburn at 170, and it's not killing.
Oh, are you juggling them or?
I'm using it from plat.
Mm.
So like, I agree with the idea that it's
maybe this is just on the training mode stage. Then never mind.
Mm-hmm.
It might be.
Let me see something with that special. Okay, you can wall jump cancel it. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey MB, did you know Kara up special wasn't wall jump cancelable till a week ago?
Yeah, no, I saw the patch note.
Should we move on to the next character?
I think so.
Okay.
Do we want to do Leia or Roland?
Leia. Save Roland for last because they've gotten the most coverage by everybody.
All right.
I have not booted up this character.
Which one, Leia?
Leia.
Yeah. I think they're pretty good. They have a lot of stuff in their kit that just feels solid. I don't think their F Special's charged version is very good, just because of how long it takes.
I heard they had some sort of heal or something. Is that true?
First of all, their CSS is really good. They have a really awesome CSS. This is some really cool stuff. I'm gonna do a Chris all.
Whoa, what the hell? They have... Okay, so all their specials change based on which power you have.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, hold on. Hold the special button, bring down the menu, shows no element, release the button, shows no element. Hit, hold, wave, shock, heat increase the damage you do, cold increase the amount, reduce the amount of damage you take. Wave increases knockback and shock. Oh, shock is Steve Gold weapons. Okay. You can switch freely between these elements, but while you're in element, a flashing yellow gauge will build. Everything all elements of the gauge is filled. You enter elemental overload. And your element will be cancelled. Do items again to get generic cancels move. Sicily. Okay.
So
they're... Oh, they have... What's the thing the hero has? The zoom? They have that, I think. On the green one. I'm very sorry to Dev, but I don't have the names memorized for the different forms, so I'm gonna go by colors for the time being. Yeah, I think this is basically a zoom because they're going up to the top and then they get a set height they teleport to. I think that the green ball, like the down special for green, is also interesting because it bounces off stuff it can return to you. So if you properly align it with hitting the opponent, you can make it hit them like 5 times. Kind of reminds me of like Robloxian or what is it? Oh man, Shy Gal kind of with the shell where it bounces back and forth. It's definitely interesting. I use the fire one as well, like the orange. I don't know how. I keep losing the effect.
Their physics feel kind of weird. Is it just me?
Dare?
No, their physics, just in general, like their air physics.
They do feel a little sluggish, I will say.
Yeah, their gravity. It feels like it's like maybe their gravity.
I'm curious if. So they have one. Their jump height changes between which version you have, and all their stats change, which means that their base stats being a little bit worse does kind of make sense. Their jump feels. Yeah, I don't know what stat it is. It might be friction, maybe.
Thunder Dart in particular feels like a really good move.
Which one is that?
Purple down B.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Indeed.
Yeah. It also goes back and forth, I think, if you charge it.
I think it's better to just do it once and
yeah.
I think it's better to just mash it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I could just bridge people with that. That's
There is the aspect of it requires you to oh wait, that's crazy. You have to
So
spend their resource to get it, so like it's not entirely free because you have to constantly be hitting people. What the hell is the okay, go to the ice one right now and do down special charged. This thing is interesting. So do blue and then do down special charged. I don't know if it's gonna work with you because you're on plat. No, that's the normal version. Yeah. And then
how do
do
I
that
get
on the stage.
what causes elemental overload?
using the
If
ability too
you
much, I think.
no, it's literally just it'll build up over time and then it gets filled up just by you existing.
Nah.
It's kind of annoying. I think there might be a way to disable it from training, but I don't know. Oh, hi. Why is there a level up system?
Taunt.
Oh, awesome.
It's not.
Yeah, go to
It's
the
not a
blue one
system.
and then do down. Yeah. So
Oh
these
yeah,
things
these things
are
look interesting.
yeah. So they're walls.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. And you can go in between the two of them. So, oh.
Yeah, they have a
Hold
hitbox at the
up.
top.
What?
They're
Wait, that's
spiky.
kind of cool, actually. I don't know how viable it is in their kit. I feel like having that as an option is really busted against certain characters, though, because if your character relies on a projectile option, walls will just invalidate it entirely. Um, yeah, I know some characters do stuff like I don't think this would affect like Notori. I think that'd probably go through. Or does it? Does Notori check for walls when they're doing F special?
I yes, they do. They do.
Yes.
Okay, so this would block that. It blocked Skibidi Toilet down special.
Oh, thank God!
Oh.
Skibidi toilet counterplay.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It also blocks projectiles, so like
doesn't do shit on doesn't do shit on parry. So
Lamau.
finally,
yeah, yeah. I think
But,
like I think that's good. I think all of the down specials feel pretty good.
Yeah, I will say one thing I can very positively say about this character is that a lot of characters try to go with the angle of player choice, but more often than not, it does kind of feel like there's always like one option that you want to use more than the others. I could see this being a character where like the options are so varied in when you want to use them that like there's a legitimate use case for everything that's here, which is very impressive, I will say.
I really like this character. I think they have a lot of cool options. I think that they're probably this is the 8-person character, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is
this is probably my favorite of their characters so far.
Yeah, this is
like, we're saying it a lot today. And maybe that's just because I don't have as much experience with some of these devs' characters, but I do really enjoy their stuff. I'm probably gonna have to look more at GBA characters, especially after this.
I mean, my personal favorite GBA character is probably Raigai and Beaky.
Raigai and Beaky has been pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just something with Miss Leia crosscode real fast. Nair and up air feel pretty similar animation-wise.
That is true.
Is it just me?
No, it's not just
No,
you.
it looks like they they actually used part of the same animation, it looks like. Because if you go to the frame where it's above, there's there. One of the pieces, so Soka, go into do you know how to turn on like the frame stopping mode?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay, so do Nair and then go through it. This frame here, look, that one, part of it is used in the up air. So like I think they probably just reused for time.
Yeah. I think the interesting thing is that this character has link normals, which is really funny.
Yeah.
Like they have link forward air, link up smash, link F smash.
This is
link down
not
smash.
link forward air. I don't know what it is, but it is not link forward air.
That's link forward air. I don't know what to tell you. That's like a double sword hit.
It is a 2-hit, but I don't know.
Maybe it doesn't have like the same kind of like.
It's pretty similar.
I think it's clear to me at least, given also link dash attack, given the other things on this character that was probably intended to be link forward air.
Yeah, link up tilt for sure. Link F tilt.
Up special. Up special is link.
Yeah, they do a spin attack.
They have they also have their strongs are all link as well.
What the heck does the ice tornado do? That's the up. Oh wow, wow, wow. Okay, the purple up special is very interesting.
Yeah, it's active forever.
No. Do it in the air.
Oh, let me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's very very viable. Like as recovery go, I think it's probably one of their best ones.
But no, I think this is overall like a. I like the animation. I think the kit is really good. I think they're a little bit broken because you have these really good specials combined with these egregiously large normals. Like her normals are crazy big.
To the devs' credit, they are mostly shrink wrapped. I think. Like there's some like, down air.
Yeah, they're mostly shrink wrapped, and they're also they have hitboxes on individual frames, so it's not just like giant circle of death.
Yeah. And they don't have a lot of active time, so it is.
Ooh, back air is a little criminal. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, it is. It very much is. It doesn't appear to kill or anything, but as combo tools go, it's like
This is.
Well, I would say it's the best we've seen today, but Wii Fit Trainer might still be the best, honestly.
That might be.
I think back air in a world with Kumaki in it is probably fine.
Damn.
I hate to say that you're. I hate to say you're probably right.
This is just this is just Kumaki back air on a slower character, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like Kumaki back air on a much slower character.
But no, I think Leia is a fantastic character. I can't really say much because I don't play Crosscode, and I feel like a lot of this is like very, very inspired by Crosscode, which you might say, yeah, it does. It's Leia Crosscode, but also like everything about this character is like bleeding, loves the source material, so I can always respect that. And it is kind of funny that everyone always jokes about indie characters being Smash characters. Well, now we have Link Leia.
Yeah, so true.
We have Link Light. No way. All right.
So Roland.
Roland is you know this character is an insta-kill?
Yeah, but good luck landing it.
Is it an
exactly?
insta-kill?
It's like basically an insta-kill, but you're never actually going to land it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Roland is a little bit good.
Yeah, he's got a funny Gojo ult, so I appreciate that. Roland is incredibly busted. I'm not even gonna like sugarcoat that. This dude's fucking stupid.
Okay, okay. Glad to see we're on the same page here.
No, he is Marth, but his gimmick is that he can get free tippers, and he also has double the size of any Marth normal I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, a lot of his buttons are actually, like, a lot of his buttons are really big. He can just get free tippers on anything. And the thing with Marth is his simplicity, and then Roland is Roland.
Yeah, I will say Roland's a very good character.
Yeah, no,
I think we're doing a lot of criticism.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He feels so good.
Yes. There's probably be people watching this who are like, oh, why is it only criticism? But like this whole podcast is just like every character we've talked about so far are characters that we genuinely really like. Like there's like we like all these characters, so it's kind of just a thing where it's like, oh, if we can provide some criticism in order to make them the best that they can be, then that's like one thing in particular where it's like, okay, that's how.
Yeah, but like, okay, Roland. Yeah, no, some of his buttons are absolutely massive. Like this is like. Welcome back, Lonin, with forward air. First of all,
welcome back, Lonin. Yeah, no, I think the most egregious one is Dare because, like, oh my god,
Dare the entire move.
Yeah, spikes.
The entire thing spikes. Entire move. Usually with Marth in Smash, it's the middle of the swing that spikes.
Yeah, this is just everything.
This is just the entire thing, and this was a deliberate thing, like even before, like even during beta, that got brought up a few times. You know, like Lonin size forward air, down air that is also massive and spikes at the entirety of it and makes Pyro look like a joke.
Yeah.
And the big thing that I'm surprised no one's mentioned yet. Up special?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a little good.
Attacks out of it. Oh my god.
You can't edgeguard this character. You can't. You're not allowed.
No, it's actually better Basil up B, and Basil up B was already really good.
I wouldn't say that because doesn't Basil up B have hitbox?
It does, but this one also does. Well, it doesn't have a hitbox, but you can make it into a hitbox.
But yeah, you can just throw a move out after it, and usually, usually you're just gonna do that pretty low.
Goku up special, actually.
It actually is Goku up special. That's entirely correct.
Yeah.
I feel like it should put you into Bratland after you throw out the. Oh wait, no, it does. Wait, does it? Yeah, it does. Never mind.
Yeah, it does. It's just you're not really gonna care most of the time because you've already hit the opponent, or you got parried. In which case, you're going in a lot longer stun, anyways.
Yeah. Also, what's it called? F strong with Tipper does 16.
I mean,
no, that's fair.
It's a Tipper.
Yeah, it's Tipper.
No, but it's one of those things where, like, because of the gimmick, you can get Tipper for free.
Yeah.
So you can occasionally just throw out like a massive 16% F strong.
Yeah, but you don't really have.
It's
control.
Random though.
You don't have control over it.
Yeah, I guess.
But F strong.
What did the swords do?
F strong is gigantic. What swords?
The swords in the background. I keep asking.
So they do.
Those set up your IK. You need to get every single one of them on the field, and once you do, then you get access to your IK.
Yeah, for reference, I tried doing it, which I now have it. Okay.
How do you do it?
Oh. Oh damn! Oh damn! Oh damn! Oh damn! He's kicking his ass!
Yeah, he.
I think that's definitely.
Have you not seen this shit before?
No, I tried playing with Drill. I played with Drill one time, and we spent the entire match trying to get the IK, and we wouldn't get the RNG for it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it in like clips or whatever.
They usually cut before the ending of it. Like, I remember when LandCon posted one cut before the finisher.
Yeah.
But yeah, this character gets a lot better as the match progresses on because you can start getting more cards with. You can start getting more cards with single usages of up B of neutral B. So like you just have so many options.
This character has Noitz's perk system in their kit.
Yeah, this character is Marth with Brackhead suitcase items.
Yeah. It kind of. I mean, Captain Falcon means we're eating good tonight.
I think one of my I think one of my issues with the character, one of my only issues basically, is how what's it called? I think in terms of a bracket setting, a lot of Workshop is based on like adapting on the fly, and I think this is a character where it's like I think you expect a little bit too much of the opponent to fully adapt to what Roland can do in the span of a 3 to 5 game set.
Well, to be fair, I don't know how... to be fair, with what I know about Library Ruina, I don't see any other way you can really go about it.
Oh, no, yeah, I think that's fine.
Unless you keep them really simple, and like...
I think
that's fine.
This is fine. I think the bigger issue is that they have all this stuff, and then they also have really good normals.
Yeah, no, they... Like, if Roland had, like, bad normals, like, if we can...
Stuff.
It was, like, one or the other.
Yeah. If it was like, okay, they have bad normals, but like their enhanced moves are really good, and they have all that stuff, it's like, okay, you could probably make a justification, but no, everything about them is a little cracked.
Yeah, you can usually tell the state of a character if you go in, you give them to someone, and you say, now don't use any of the specials, don't use any of the gimmicks, and then they still can cook. This character does not need anything that they have in their kit, they just have good normals.
Yeah, no, I still think they would probably need some more of the stuff that they have, but like, in terms of, it's possible, I'll say that. One second,
with this forward air and this down air, I played Marth in Smash 4, I know what I need. I know what I got.
This is no specials meet brawler or no evidence Phoenix, right? If you played this character with no gimmick, they'd just be a good character.
Yeah.
You think,
one sec, I gotta use the bathroom.
No Evidence Phoenix is good?
No Evidence Phoenix is okay. They're not that bad, honestly. Out of every character I've played, they're like actually functional. they're probably also better than no specials v brawler because you don't get killed at 0 by going off stage. Like, oh. Plus, Phoenix Wright genuinely does have a lot of really strong combos if you don't use strongs. Like, just landing at special has a lot of potency to it because you can just kind of throw it out in neutral, and people will tend to not go for a parry on it until you've done it a lot of times. But by that point, you're gonna try and mix stuff up more. You can also fast fall it and land, and when you land, it doesn't go into the hit. So you can do a mix-up and bait parry. With the you do the aerial version, your opponent tries to parry and you fast fall it, and then the hitbox doesn't come out, so you can go into like F tilde dash attack.
All right, I'm back.
They have a lot of stuff. All right,
but
no,
I think Roland is like usual, fantastically animated, has like that Robo Shy Guy level of quality that you always come to expect with his releases.
Yeah. All right.
I like the custom Gojo. I'm a fan. He's got a mask on some of his alts, which I assume is a Library of Runia reference, and he has a really funny cut in on the Limitless ult. But no, just a very good character that adapts the source material faithfully. Unfortunately, a little bit to its own deficit.
All right. Should we move on to the patches corner thing?
I'm starting to question if we really need to do that, because, like, in my mind, it was one of those things like, oh my god, we could talk about patches, but then, like, what the heck are we going to say about the Vacna patch? None of us play Vacna.
Alright, hold up. I'm putting patch notes. We gotta at least try it once.
We gotta at least try it once? Okay.
Yeah. If it's bad, we don't do it again. So, let's see, we go, something new in Finish Line.
It's
true.
Yeah, it's Crispy Rivals 2 ACI down, buddy.
Oh, what does that do?
Crouch canceling makes you live forever.
Oh, okay.
No.
Alright, so...
But, I guess, the main one I want to talk about was Vacna, but I remember that that's kind of a difficult thing to do because none of us play Vacna.
I mean, yeah. I fought Sus's Vacna, and I fought, who was it I played? Delta? So I kind of know the character pretty okay.
Yeah, I know Garf really likes Vacna, so I've heard a lot from him. But I'm noticing a surprising amount of nerfs.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Yeah. I thought he was like. I thought he was fine before. So like
that character crazy good. I don't think it was like ban, kill him, broken, but like that character.
He had some good options. I think if you got off stage against them and you just kind of stayed there. Like they also just had very solid. I don't think that. Go ahead.
I think Bear having a hurt box increase is good. I don't know if that solves the main issue with Bear, but like I think that's a good thing.
I don't think the main issue with Bear is something that gets solved.
Yeah. Not just a lot of like. It seems just like a lot of like personal issues that Sierra and Delta probably had, and like okay, let's just like get this character up to form. I know Pufferfish and Robloxian got patches. Pufferfish got nerfs.
Yeah, Robloxian can bounce on articles, I think. I remember Dakota asking about that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Robloxian's so cool. Love Robloxian.
Love Robloxian.
The Kara
what an icon. Oh yeah, the crispy Kara patch. It's honestly like there's no real like balance changes in there. It's honestly like entirely made up of.
Yeah, it's just all quality of life.
Yeah. Like down taunt added, intro animation added, new alts, anti cheat, some like hit effects changed around, sound effects change.
I do not remember this.
Neither did I.
I can speak on this because I tried to do again. There's a while back. Yeah, we don't talk about that one. Dare projectile not having parry stun. I just assumed that was a thing. I think they've already fixed that move in particular. The projectile had a lot of weirdness from the start.
It's they throw like a crag rock, right?
Yeah, they throw a crag rock. It's not a solid. It's just a projectile that uses the visual. It used to have a thing where it would stick to walls, and then if you basically you either are the crag rock or you spawn one and drop it, depending on your input. If you land on a ledge as while you are the crag rock, it'll do a multi-hit as well.
The crack rock.
Yeah. Um, back special copy dare. I actually think. Oh, I actually remember running into that when I was playing or working on a comp missing no that infinite. So I thought it was a thing I had caught, not a thing that was part of the base character. So that's interesting. Um, and special changes. I'm gonna be real. I think that the cloning opponent thing is really bad. I've yet to see a time when you actually want it to happen. It just always screws you over. And negative percent is just all over the place. I feel like it's probably the one biggest mechanic from Missing No that makes them just not enjoyable for people to fight. Like there's a lot of stuff with the character that's not fun for people to fight, but that one in particular, I've heard so many more complaints about than like anything else.
I think the largest complaint I've seen in regards to fighting Missing No is seizure warning.
Yeah, but I mean I'll be real. That's not really a complaint so much as just the thing people say when they're talking about Missing No. Like you can disable most of their visuals already. It's kind of the same thing where it's like, you know how a character comes out and they're broken on launch and people think they're broken for all of eternity even if they get 800 nerfs. Yeah. Kind of the same deal, I think, with Missing No. They had that on launch. It was really crazy. Fertout added a bunch of stuff to when you click that one like button to disable it, and I think it's a lot better. But people still kind of point to that because it's Missing No. So,
I mean, I just kind of Missing No just innately is not like a competitive character.
But you see, they're legal in Spamton and are receiving top 8 placements, so yeah, they are competitive.
That's not on the character. That's just on the fact there is nothing else being played.
That's true. I think I'm gonna be real. I do think that we should be judging characters in Spamtons, not in terms of this character needs to get patched, but we should still be pointing stuff out when there's problems like this. And for Tout, I think is a dev who's willing to listen to stuff.
I don't know.
I've worked with Fertout in the past.
Doing things in order to like balance stuff for Spamtons is a really weird case because things in there are by nature not in there for or not in there
because
of balance reasons at all. It has nothing to do with it.
It does have a lot of precedent of devs doing that though. Like I remember when Ike was put in and they got like 1 billion patches over the course of the weeks until they got removed. I'm personally of the stance that I think it's worthwhile if the dev is interested in it, but it's not something that must be done because the bracket obviously is not geared towards direct competitive play like that. Given the current climate of tournaments, I think it is kind of the de facto competitive bracket if you want to play against good players.
Yeah, it is sort of the only place that shows up.
Yeah. Other than that, that's about it for that patch. The 2 Jetty patches, it's crazy to me that Samira is getting nerfs again. But like this is a Jetty patch. There's like random one frame differences every week in every character Jetty makes, so it's not really that crazy.
Yeah.
Lead patch, this is runes and AI. We've already seen. Water bottle patch that came out today. I do remember when the water bottle patch came out before Spamton bracket, and someone complained. I don't remember who, but maybe this is the extension of that, where it's the post seeing what they did. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I haven't been very active. Bottle a lot. Bottle's really good.
Yeah. Bottle's an awesome character.
They're cool. They have a lot of interesting options.
Yeah, no, I've been sleeping on that character for a while, apparently. I played against T-Dude Bottle, and holy...
Yeah.
That character is Dr. Mario, actually.
Dr. Mario! But I guess now we can move on to what was supposed to... Well, it was going to be the main event until we ended up spending a lot of time on the characters, which, like, I think that's good, honestly. It's probably, like, the best thing to spend time on. I'll copy it into the...
We didn't even spend that long on them. There were just a lot.
Yeah, I'll drop this into the chat, but we're going to be going on to the Symphony of the Night roster.
Yeah. So, my immediate thing is, hi, 88. I don't know if you know this, but no skibbity toilet.
No skibbity toilet.
That's my immediate thing.
I'm probably the most positive on this roster out of anyone, so I'll state my few things first. I think the nature of Symphony of the Night is really good. By the way, for people at home, we were talking about a Rivals roster named Symphony of the Night, not hit critically acclaimed video game Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
I think anyone who is tuned into this already knows.
I don't know, dude. There's a couple of people in
you
the.
Can play as Reggie in both Symphony of the Night, the game, and this roster. You can play.
Oh,
as
that's
Reggie.
so true.
So technically, maybe the real Reggie fanatics out here might be looking at this and getting confused.
Yeah.
But I don't know what Symphony is trying to be.
I think they're trying to.
I get it. It's like it's a low character count, like bi-monthly rotating roster of curated characters.
Hold on, being jumped.
Oh, yeah. And got jumped.
Yeah, my thing is This is not like me ignoring any jokes about Skibbity Toilet. My thing is I will always argue larger rosters over small ones. I don't think this roster is that small. Like, I've seen a lot smaller.
I mean, to be fair, it's, 40 characters? I think 40 characters is, like, very much a small roster.
Yeah. The thing about it is that fundamentally, like, I remember KD81 saying they're trying to get players. Like, their whole Reichenberg thing, I think, was KD8 trying to get players who are in the bracket, not people who might show up because a character is legal.
Yeah.
With the argument being Reichenberg has players, but they're not showing up to Symphony, so why put Reichenberg in?
Yeah. I think that the way I look at this, right, it's very much a roster made to appeal to the current player base. People who are not a part of that current player base, which is a decently sized amount of people, are probably not going to be a fan of this, especially if they're used to having rosters like that still pander to them despite like a general lack of activity.
Yeah. Like, for me personally, I do not join this because I've never had a character to play. And I just do not want to play Reggie anymore. And it's kind of a thing of, like, as someone who, like, I know from experience now that for VV, like, Skibbity Toilet being there is because, like, I'm joining.
Sorry about that.
I think it's a similar case for a lot.
No worries, you're good.
I'm no longer being jumped. What are we on now? Are we still
we're talking about Symphony. Yeah, we're talking about. I was talking about how I think the thing about Symphony is it's very much a roster made to like pander to the current player base and what people are currently playing, rather than most rosters which pander to the historical player base.
The current player base being.
Symphony has a decent number of players, honestly. Yeah. Like, by standards, it's not like second buzz levels of low. Though KD8 does join that bracket every week and try to get like Pepperman stuff in there.
I can't even see the link to. Okay, here's the most recent.
Like, it's a fine roster, honestly. It has a couple odd choices, I think, but they're nothing really.
Tournaments. Symphony of the Night 11 players. Symphony of the Night 8 players. Symphony of the Night 10 11 players. So they night 9, 10 players.
Yeah, they don't get as high
standards. That's pretty good.
Nah, it's like fine. Like VV and STT get higher numbers pretty consistently. But no, I'd say like when I look at the characters in here, I'm like, okay, who has people who are playing them decently often? Reggie gets played decently often. Squiggly gets played. Squiggly plays.
I don't want to get myself killed by naming names.
So
you can
you might go through a couple,
but like, who in God's name is playing X character?
Me.
KD8 plays them. Like, actually, on
wow, wow, that explains it.
Yeah.
Also me. I love X character in particular. They're one of my favorites. I love them so much. I was very happy to see that X got into the roster. But like when I look at this, I'm like,
is there for Sandslash.
Yeah, Astra and Sevdas play Greninja. Ten plays Moku. Yep. Miku is played by Capri. Kara. I actually requested Kara for this bracket, and KD8 came through.
Valkyrie is for Mako and someone else who plays them. I don't remember.
Valkyrie is for the old heads.
I just noticed Valkyrie here. Holy
no. Someone who joins their bracket plays them. I know
Mako plays them. Nuzzle,
there's someone else who plays them.
Nuzzle plays Yuko. Flasher plays Wally. Spamton's a generally played character. Yeah. Solaray is the monthly gunner rep. I don't think Maul doesn't get play anymore, but it's cool that she's there.
They do not. It's probably just a pick. Yeah, I mean they don't actually.
The thing with Symphony of the Night is, I don't even think it's like necessarily a pandering roster even, because there's some things here that like, who is this for? Like
which ones?
Who is anyone playing Peppino? Is that real?
Yeah. Flasher plays them consistently.
It kind of is.
It's actually been his primary thing he's been playing over Wally recently.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Peppino's also one of those characters.
Also someone else who gets them played. I don't remember who.
Yeah. Is anyone playing Helios? Is that real?
I think that's just to get more people to play Helios. Because, like, contest characters haven't really...
Helios... So there was that one basecast player who showed up in one of the other brackets, but they're not active.
So I don't think this is a pandery roster at all. I think this is handpicked, like KD8 going, ooh that one, ooh that one, ooh that one.
Well, I would probably
characters in which he's going, ooh that one, ooh that one, ooh that one about are ones he's like seen.
I think that the thing about this though is that I can name at least like 5 characters that are like that are characters that are not traditionally you just put them in a roster. Like Baldi, I know is a pandering character. I know for a fact they are because I check the tech channels in the server. I know that crewmate is in there, whatever, but it is kind of trying to get Bendy. Even though Bendy is kind of, I think he's in the same place as me a little bit, where he doesn't just play crewmate as much. He wants to play other characters.
Yeah, he's Bendy.
Bendy actually plays cosine now. That's his main shtick.
Oh, he's been cosine for a while.
I know, but it's like the thing that he always asks for. So,
I know that Reggie is for retro dub. Peppino is probably for Flasher.
Someone who plays consistently in Symphony.
They play every week in Symphony, and they're a Reggie player. They only play in Symphony. They don't play in any other brackets, as far as I know. Yes.
Like an NP head, whatever.
I don't know.
But
Sandslash is for Aether.
Yeah.
There is I will be real here. Sandslash being added to a roster is literally just for Aether's Asylum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most people know that.
Yeah. Wally is probably just there because it's Wally. I'm gonna be real. I am 99% sure that DDD was the one they swapped in for Reichenburn because Scompus plays them and someone else, I think.
Yeah, Scompus plays them quite a bit, and Scompus is a pretty regular genre.
Lorena, I think, also has someone who plays them there, but I don't know who because I barely ever see people play that character, despite I know that there are a lot of players.
I think Lorena and Torga are probably for Dakota.
Yeah, that's true. I know that Miku is for War Anvil and Kepri, and Kara being there is, I'll be real, I think Kara being in there is to appeal to you, Soka, and also Kepri.
Oh, no, yeah, definitely. I mean, I said before, like, I hit up KD8, he's like, hey, KD8, can you put Kara on the roster? And he was like, say less. And I was like, okay, sweet. I mean, no, if you wanna talk about the character that's pandering to me, it's fucking Oxob on the bottom. It's 100% Oxob. It's 100% Oxob.
I feel like that one feels more like what Ambi was saying of it being genuinely just a funny character, put them in. Like, there are definitely a lot of characters in this roster that have that feel, but I also feel like it's like a 50-50. This roster is a mix of pandering and clickbait.
Most of the things just feel like characters that KD8 likes, because, like, if I'm putting, like, for myself, if I'm listing characters I like Notori a lot, because I have played against them a lot. I don't play them. I don't play them at all ever in my life, but I like Notori. And if I was making a 40 character roster of things I like, Notori's in there, for example. And stuff like that is what I'm getting at. That's what I feel like this is for the most part, just generally going off of how KD8 is and how KD8 runs things. That seems like the pretty obvious explanation to what it is.
Yeah. I'm honestly, I don't think that's, like, the worst thing in the world, mainly just because of the fact that, like, the roster is, like, it definitely does feel like, it's like, okay, let me get my check marks off. Who do people consistently play? Okay, those characters, sweet. Now I can throw in a couple of characters that I want to just, like, spice things up. Like, I don't really think that's, like, all that terrible way of going about things. I personally...
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it is, but it's just, like, a very, like, what...
No, I get you. It definitely doesn't have like a specific identity as a roster when it comes to stuff like Second Buzz is the Jetty roster, Test Track is the testing roster, VV is the normal-ish roster, Spamton is the capitalist roster. Like, some of these things make sense.
I will say one thing right here, KD8. This is a call out to you, so if you're listening to this, you better believe this is for you. Where's Pepperman? Where is he?
Where's Pepperman?
Stop talking.
You kept asking for him in Second Buzz every week, and then suddenly you update your roster. Where is he?
Where's
Pepperman?
He learned.
Food for thought.
He learned.
I mean, it could be a bit spicy, but it's food for thought.
He woke up.
He woke up. But
He thought
no,
2 seconds.
I'm personally I enjoy this roster. I will probably be coming down to Symphony of the Night on Tuesdays to join, play around with Oxub, play around with Kara, play around with, like, whoever's there, because this is a roster that I personally think that I will enjoy quite a bit. Yeah, I definitely understand the criticisms, and I think the criticisms are valid, but me
personally right now, most brackets to me are, like, kind of like, you know?
I think this is a solid thing. Like, I'm obviously going to be biased and say, I want Skibidi Toilet in your roster. Because I'll say that to any bracket that doesn't have Toilet. But, like, this is a pretty solid roster. It's kind of doing everything it needs to do, while also having some cool other stuff. Oxob especially is really a standout. Also Fancy Pants. Both those characters are characters people like a lot, but you never really see them in rosters as a focal point. They're always, like, either not there in the case of Oxob or in the corner, like Fancy Pants. So I think it's cool to see the stuff that KD8's done with this. The only genuine complaint I can give is that stuff like Reichenburn, and let's use that. It does mean that while you're keeping your long-term players, by not having more general characters that see play by lots of players, you are losing out on new joiners, which is problematic, but it's always been an issue with brackets that are like this. So I don't necessarily think there's anything to be done about it. It's more or less just a choice based on making a bracket with this type of size. Should we move on to Spamton?
What is there to discuss with Spamtons?
There was
good question.
That happened.
I feel like when I envisioned this, I figured there'd be something to talk about with Spamtons that week.
So,
I need to rejoin.
Last week.
I need to rejoin the Spamton server. I left when I fucked up my bit.
Oh.
I had a very successful and ongoing bit in that server, and I accidentally used the wrong account, and out of shame, I immediately left and discarded myself. Disgraced.
I do remember that message, yeah.
I don't think anyone even paid attention to it, so I probably could have kept it going, but no.
Yeah, it's up to you. All right.
What is in the shop?
This is the Goku shop.
The Goku shop. Okay.
They've added a new character to the number of ones for the perma removal thing. So like now there's 7 instead of 6 every week. I'm curious if that number will continue to grow every like 2 or 3 weeks. In
Probably.
which case, we kind of need to get Don Yoku and Eggdog back. So
yeah, I mean, this sort of repeating things we already know.
Other stuff that's come up that's relevant is I mean everyone's already kind of seen the shop. I think that part isn't much to talk about. I am curious on we brought up Missing No earlier. I'm curious on people's thoughts about Golden Eggdog tier characters and their being in bracket.
I don't care. Like yeah, they're crazy, whatever. But Spamton's is really like non-competitive anyways, so it really to me does not matter.
I don't know, because the thing about it is that one, this is kind of the biggest bracket that's currently running. And two, there is an actual genuine replacement. And so those two things together, I think genuinely do kind of give it some bit of a than just any other bracket.
Well, yeah, sure, it's the only bracket that has oh wait, hold on, sorry, getting jumped.
Oh, he got jumped. But in my personal opinion, I think that they're fine if they're on the lower side of power. I think Unknown was very negative for the bracket overall.
I totally agree. Yeah, I don't. Did I tell you the combo that I did for Unknown that I was planning to use that week before they got banned?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I think Unknown just has a lot of.
I won the 1v1
really
back.
Let's go. Okay. But no, I was saying I think Unknown was kind of like very negative for sweepstakes overall.
Yeah. I think the first time that someone other than Landcon, Bendy, or Dakota ever won was Dino Bros winning with Unknown.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm all for like new people. Like, I mean, I'm not a new person, but I'm all for shakeups in the results. I'm all for like that kind of like anarchy. It's like, yeah, let's dethrone these players who have been here for so long and keep winning. But at the same time, it's like Unknown was such a weird character. Like Missing No is weird, but at least Missing No is like a character.
Unknown also has not received any changes as far as I know.
Yeah, Unknown's
Missing No.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think it really like Spamton's. I don't really think it matters. Like, yeah, it's the only time you're ever going to get to play against a lot of really good players right now, or whatever. But like, still, I don't think it's like.
I mean, I feel like it was
to the point where you need to care too much about the competitive integrity or whatever, because
I feel like
it's something where the establishment has been shattered from the get-go, like innately.
I think it's more of like an idea of like just like player enjoyment and player quality of life. Because
fighting
I feel like
Unknown is genuinely like the worst experience ever.
I mean,
yeah.
Okay, what happens with me, what I do and what I've always done when I've played workshop brackets that have had broken characters, I go my normal character, like the character I'm actually there to play. Until I run into some bullshit, and then I have my backup pick. Like, I've been playing Spamtons a bit recently, when I am available on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I play Fry, unless I run into End.
Yeah.
Where I then pick Vileplume.
Bendy.
The Bendy.
Hold on. I've been playing Vileplume since before Bendy got back in the server. Hold on.
But
I've been playing that character since launch.
I get you. Like having like a backup character.
Yeah, just like a character just in my back pocket in case my opponent doesn't want to play rivals.
That's a good strategy, but I don't think it works for everybody. One of the things that
it's more so like at the very least it gets you on their level at the very least. Like,
but if you're already a good player,
Lancon Arcuin is okay. Yeah, sure, I'm a good player. Yeah, sure, but to end Gura is still going to beat me.
I'm not referring to 10 or I'm not referring to stuff like that. I'm referring to more cases like Unknown, where Unknown's game plan is literally to spell out a big word, staying away from you for most of that. Maybe mash X a couple times for the damage, and then when you're at 30, they just hit you with the exclamation point and you die.
Yeah,
right?
no, the character's bullshit, but it's Spamtons. You have, I need to check because there hasn't been a roster graphic for Spamtons.
I know.
Hold on, let me open.
The way
you have Goku, it doesn't matter. Just win.
Goku's not that. Goku is. I don't think that they're as good as they used to be. I thought they got some nerfs, right?
Not
like, are
really
they still the most?
No, Goku is like.
It was not substantial.
It was. I would call it substantial. I would call
Goku,
it substantial.
It's still Goku. But, like, okay, besides Goku, then you still have, who else is in here that's insane? Hassan is in here.
Is Hassan that good?
If he's the character I think he is.
Hassan I had up for the weekly challenges last week, and literally nobody played them. I had someone play V, not Hassan.
If Hassan's the character I think he is, he's crazy. But you still have, you still have Lucario, you still have,
yeah.
Yeah, you have Lucario, you have, I don't know what's up with Vinny Vine Sauce, that character's probably broken. You have
Torin. No, they're not that crazy.
You have Torin, you have, like...
Torin's
I was gonna say, you have, I was gonna say you have Speedrunner Link too, but, I kinda sunk that ship.
Sent to the dungeon, yeah.
Sent to the dungeon.
Let's see who else we got here. Who's in this roster?
No more Tails. No more, oh, Misty I think is still in it.
Misty is not unknown level.
No, they're still pretty good. I think that, like, I believe the Inoko stuff, honestly.
Oh, the character's crazy good. Like, yeah, no, but you still have, like, you have Kasu Luigi, you have Reagan, you have,
is Reagan that good?
Yes, up special. Up special will kill you at 60.
Oh, yeah.
You have the Noise and his 5 total frames of end lag throughout his entire kit.
Yeah. I think
5 total end lag frames.
You have Kasu Mario. You have
yeah.
Sir Kibble, who no one talks about. That character's really good, by the way.
Yeah, I've fought Seesaw Sir Kibble multiple times in Spamton bracket. It is an experience.
I actually, back when Weeklies was running, I actually did win a weekly with solo Sir Kibble, and I do not win that bracket. And I did not win that bracket often.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a bloodbath, to be honest. You have a lot of crazy characters in this roster as well. That
Amazon Alexa.
That character's.
I remember I actually got them during one of the 1984s. The dev tried to join and asked them, and I told them to nerf like F specialist.
Yeah, no, you have crazy characters in that roster. To the point where it's like you can play a character that is on the same level as your opponent basically whenever, and then you're on an even playing field.
What you're saying makes sense. My thing is I always look to the fact that if you're not an experienced player or you just don't have experience with lots of different characters, you can kind of get blown up by this. I mean, that's the nature of the bracket already, given the fact that if someone doesn't like your character, they can just remove it, which means that roster maining is a lot stronger than solo maining. But that's always been a specific thing to Rivals Workshop, where you kind of have to roster main if you want to be able to play in brackets a lot of the times.
I wouldn't say that.
I remember there was that 6-month period where Reggie got banned from all the brackets, and the only place I could play was Universal Collision.
My god.
Oh god, that was something.
The Reggie Dark Ages have affected us all.
That was so.
There was really a several-month period where Reggie was banned everywhere.
Yes, he got banned from literally everywhere. It was the same time that people randomly started saying, "Oh, guys, Reggie's a top tier." Yeah, Reggie's so good.
Was I not running at the time?
I don't think so. I remember they got removed from the FTL bracket. They got removed from.
FTL fight.
This is, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. This is a while back.
I was not running at the time then.
Yeah, no. This is a while back. It was I want to say 2022.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2022.
That sounds about right.
In like fall winter, and
Mhm.
it was like it was genuinely one of the most insane things because it's like they removed. I specifically remember tried switching to Lancer because I found some stuff on the
Yeah, okay, no,
character.
I remember now. Yep, I remember everything.
Yeah. And it's like when that happens to you, if you're like solo main, like I was for Reggie, it's really, really bad because suddenly you just can't play in any brackets, unless you switch. And I think because of stuff like that, Rivals does encourage roster maining much more than probably any other plat fighter I can think of.
Well, I mean, it's the only one with the concept of roster maining.
Well, I mean, you can do it in Smash. You can be like, I play like every character, and you can do that. You can kind of do it.
You meant like maining the entire roster. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just like in general, playing it. Basically, what I mean when I'm saying roster meaning is you just kind of can play any character because you have good fundamentals, and you have enough of a grasp of like their basic mechanics, but you don't go really deep in. You're kind of playing every character. Think like what SOTN does, where you can kind of just play like SOTN on any character and do pretty good.
Well, yeah,
Or
and plays the same flowchart on every character.
yeah, that's kind of what roster meaning is. Versus what Rivals tends to not have as much of is people who consistently play one character and that's it, and they get really into the mechanics of that character because it's just not very viable given the way that brackets are set up.
I mean, most people who well, okay, I'm not gonna say most people, but a lot of people who have a handle on a lot of characters and things like that still have their main, like me.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're totally right about that.
Like me, like Lancon, like Dakota.
But I'm not focusing as much on the true like top level players. I'm mainly focusing on mid to low with this because I know that a top level player can pull up and play any character, and unless they're fighting another player at their level, they can kind of just sweep a bracket. Um, I think that the bigger focus is on players in the middle. And granted, we don't have as many of those now, but I think over the years this has been a consistent thing. That's why I think
it's hard to say who is or is not in the middle now because there's like 18 people.
I mean, yeah, that's why I'm saying it apply again. I was talking about this from the lens of 2022, where there was a fair bit more. And this has kind of just been a thing where I think the way that Rivals brackets are geared means that it's very difficult to be someone who's solo mains. And again, if you're a top level player, you can enter and you can play, you can pick up Mario and you can hit people and you can win. But that's not because of the character, that's because you have good fundamentals and so you can just beat worse players. Roster meaning isn't so much the aspect of beating worse players so much as you can pick up any character and just play. I think that I'm not describing this well, but I fought enough people in different games to know like sometimes there are people who just pick a new character every week, and play them, and they play them competently, but then they don't go in super far in the tech, and then they'll just be on to the next one.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of characters I've messed with that have been like that, but like usually it's like pretty like simpler or just kind of messed up character. Like I'm like that with Anthem, where I'll just pick them sometimes.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. So, do we have anything else to bring up here?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, but again with the Golden Egg Dog thing, like I don't really think it's all that.
Yeah.
Because Spamton's innately is not a competitive bracket, even if the player base is, even if the player base would lead someone to believe otherwise. I need to figure out. I need to figure out how to turn a bracket into a roguelike. I need to figure out how to do that so I can gaslight people into being in weeklies without knowing it.
It's I'd be down to. I've been trying to do lots of concepts. Like right now, I'm trying to do the thing with Spamton where it's like weekly challenges. And I've looked at different ideas in the past with 1980. A lot of roster gimmicks are hard to get consistency on with players because, what do you mean by a roguelike?
I don't know. No clue. I have absolutely no idea what I'm saying. But like,
yeah,
if I could somehow turn somehow turn a workshop bracket into a roguelike and then give it like a Hades theme, it would get players.
It would. That'd be really fun.
But I wonder
because
one of the things I've been looking at with
sorry, you first.
One of the things I've been looking at with Spamton is the idea of trying to get players interested in the stuff outside the bracket so that they'll at least stay within the range of interested in the bracket for longer term. Because, like, I feel like Spamton already has this really good thing, and what makes Spamton get players isn't so much the bracket, but it's the stuff around the bracket.
Yeah, no,
because
for sure.
people can, and I think that's the most important thing nowadays to getting people. You need to have the story, not just the roster. Because you can pull up and have the most crazy roster ever, but like anyone else can do that on any day of the week, right?
Yeah, no, and definitely this was somewhat of a case with like obviously very different scenario. But this was somewhat of a case when it came to like earlier stages of workshop where people were a lot more data obsessed and a lot more like results focused in order to get patches through. Like I'm not sure if you were around during like prime quote unquote incident culture, but that was like a thing. That was a storyline that was happening all the time. It wasn't like as concrete like people actually putting a gun to a character's head like it is with Spamtons, but like that was a thing. There was this 1 week where I said, okay, I'm going to go through bracket and
and then they get removed.
I'm gonna go through bracket and I'm going to, for game 1 of every set that I play, I am only going to attack my opponent with Cupcake Nair, and I won.
And then people complain about the option.
No, and then I went to Buttercup and was like, okay, yeah, no, I have an entire Twitch VOD for you here. This is insane. This needs to be fixed. And there was like an angle change thing, I think, was what we did with that. This was weeklies, I think 39. And back when like Proving Grounds and Curated was running, it was like everyone was like pushing for the curation of the characters they were playing, and everyone was trying to enter brackets to get VODs and data and feedback on characters like that. There were always like explicit reasonings beyond just playing the game to play the game. Which I think is the best tool for garnering player base. It's just very hard to actually have that sort of thing be applicable, especially in a circumstance like this where we don't have like a curated, we don't have anything like that. The majors are decided off of just whatever Jay's feeling up to. It's like, so there's not really as much of that sort of incentive to changing things on a grander scale. And
I do also
does kind of like emulate that. Sorry, I went on for too long.
I don't care.
Go on.
You're good. I do think that one, what you're describing is something that like I've done quite a bit myself. Like literally right now, I'm doing a patch for Mudkid for Toilet because I really wanted to get their stuff changed and fixed up based on what people have been telling me in bracket.
You're given that projectile parry stun, right?
It's going to reflect on hit. It's going to have a cooldown, and it's going to what's it called? It lifts itself up when you parry it, so that it actually across the entire stage. Yeah, I didn't want to give it parry stun because of how slow it is. It's at that where it's not so slow that it's hard to parry, and it's not fast enough that it's unreactable. So I was afraid of giving it extended parry stun because then you just never want to throw it out.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I've been working on is down special changes. It's been hard to get play testing because it's like I can't actually test on the character nor make a separate upload. But like I've been trying to make down special. Down special is such a weird to balance in rivals because it's like Piranha Plant down special for whatever reason just doesn't feel like it transfers super well to rivals.
The thing that's weird about down special is how quick you tilt.
Yeah, I've changed that. It's not actually so the reason it's like that is because Mudkid originally had a thing where it would be as you tilt, it will actually accelerate your movement and apply like gravity to it. And so even if you let go of the stick, it'll keep falling down. It'll get faster falling down. So if you do like the tiniest little flick, it can actually speed up without you doing anything, which made it feel really hard to control. There's also the fact that for the longest time, it just didn't stop. If you hit a player with the head, it wouldn't stop. It just go through. And the move had a tipper that you had to hit to have it be strong. So if you didn't, one, perfectly aim with those awful controls, and two, perfectly time when you let go of the button so that the head would go to just the right position, you basically put yourself in disadvantage. And all this is considering the fact that the opponent has a really easy time parrying the move most of the time because you have to hit them exactly with the head. So it's like you kind of know when it's coming out. And it also has a lot of lag because of the fact that doing the move requires you to charge it for a long time to begin with to make it have the distance to hit people. So what I did was I basically changed the move around to make it easier to hit opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Tangent aside, so the idea of going into brackets with the intent of getting feedback and then patching a character, I think it's alive and well, at least to a degree. Like I know End has done it for Maverick and Suisse as well. And then Seven Axel has done it a bunch as well.
Beyond just like feedback, there was also a culture for a while of proving a character is really messed up to get them like pulled out of stuff. And and yeah, of course that was pretty hazardous, pretty toxic, etc., etc. But it did get people playing. That was true. That was very real and very true.
Yeah.
Because when people had points to prove, they just went and tried to do it themselves.
Yeah. It's tough nowadays because there's a lot less characters that are egregious like that and in bracket because there's been so many years of people like knowing that.
And it's also that generally a lot of stuff like that has mellowed out in terms of just, like people giving a shit, frankly.
Yeah.
Like you get away with things a lot more easily now, mostly because like Dakota and LandCon have lives now, basically. And
I
are not angry at the world.
You said that and makes me want to throw a stray at LandCon so badly. Holding myself back right now.
I mean, what is it? Dakota doesn't really enter anything. I haven't fought really. Because LandCon I fought a decent bit. LandCon's Azzy is good, but he's been playing like Zephyri and stuff, and hasn't really been getting results with Zephyri. He has to switch every time he plays.
LandCon's been playing Arcoin.
Oh yeah, you're right. In Spamton, yeah. I have not fought that.
It's bad. That's not that character.
Given a character with that type of gimmick, I can imagine.
Oh no, it's not the gimmick. It's up air.
Oh really? Interesting.
It's up air. That it's like. It is like
Azzy but big.
I described it as like the middle evolution of a Pokemon evolution tree, where Ozzy's the first stage and Donyoku's
and then Donny.
Yeah.
Donyoku.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I can see that.
Donyoku.
Oh,
I knew somehow Donyoku was gonna be brought up here.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time, truly. But I think with that we've been recording for almost 2 hours now, so I think it'd probably be good to wrap things up. But yep, thank you for both of you being on here today and dealing with me setting up OBS. But
that's fine, no worries. I don't mind.
Sweet. We'll probably be back next week or 2 weeks from now to talk about more stuff. Next week is going to have a guest. I don't know who it is yet. I'm going to need to see who's free. Ideally, might see...
Maybe it's your fourth co-host.
Maybe it's my fourth co-host.
Maybe it's to end. Who knows?
Maybe it's to end. Maybe. I mean, the original idea of this cast was, like, 3 hosts and 1 guest. But honestly, like, I felt like you really fit here, so I might just make it like 4, like make it like a 4 to 5 person cast of like me, you,
5
V4.
passes a bit much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it could be like, I don't know. I'll work it out. I'll work it out.
Yeah.
But no, I thought today went pretty well. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Tune in next week for more shenanigans. Adios, chat.
Yep. Goodbye.